Hi guys, Blazing Souls here. It's RYUJI. Today we're going to be playing some SAKURA Fantasy. And yes, I know I'm already doing SAKURA Santa, but you know, I thought we might mix it up a little bit. So here we go. Raylene? Raylene, are you there? Are you going to wake up now? I wake up to something shaking me like a rag doll. Raylene, wake up. Kira is coming. As I come to, I find it's Gwen shaking me senseless. Get your armor on, she'll be here any second. Panicking, I quickly begin to scrapple my plates. Wait, are we a girl this time? And do we get a sprite? Well then. Well. Okay. So we're female, and I'd do me. Anyway. The other novices are panicking too, the clanking of armor being hastily thrown on echoing through the barracks bedroom. Oh, fuck. Put on my armor fast with that, I'm gonna risk it and get fully dressed. Let's do that. I'm in a hurry, maybe I can risk it. I neglect to put on my unmentionables on. If there's one thing I'm thankful for, is that there's no wind in the barracks. Thankfully, I managed to get my armor on just before I hear heavy footsteps coming down the hall. Gwen makes sure that she returns to her bunk, looking as disciplined as she can. I also try my best to look battle ready. I'm just in time to see Kira, our instructor, march through the door. As always, she looks powerful and domineering. Every novice in the room completely freezes. With predatory eyes, Kira begins to inspect us. Merely feeling them pass over you is enough to send a shiver down your spine. She doesn't really scare me as much as she does with the other novices, though. Good to see we're all ready. For the most part, anyway. As I was walking up here, I heard a lot of clanking happening, almost as someone was rushing to put their armor on. One novice lets out a small wince at those words. There's no hiding anything from her. She knows when you haven't woken up on time. I wonder what our resident farseer has been doing today. Why does everyone presume the worst of me because of my gift? Bitch, please. I'll use all of my gift as I please. I'll use my gift as I please. Is that so? The contempt in her voice cuts like a razor. Oh shit, I didn't even... I was too busy reading that I didn't... Oh, fuck. What is she wearing? It's like patterns on a... whatever that is. It's like a stocking that goes full body? I don't know. You're all up at least, so let's begin our mornings as we always do. Collect your weapons and proceed to the courtyard immediately. I better not catch you daydreaming today, Raylene. She's always singles me out every morning. Why does she get so upset that I do a bit of farseeing every now and then? By the way, you've got your shin guards on the wrong way. I better not see that next morning too. As I look down slowly, I see she's right about my shin guards. Embarrassed, I take them off and begin to rearrange them into their proper place. When Kira is finally out of the room, Gwen approaches me. You should not sleep in late. Whenever I break a rule, Gwen is the first one to scold me. She is ridiculously well disciplined. It's annoying. I was making a strange faces, was like what? Flickering eyelids, eyeballs rolling into the back of your head. You look like you were fast-seeing. It's the same strange look. I cannot fast-see in my sleep though. It requires too much concentration. That's what you were doing, however. Either way, it doesn't matter, but be grateful you woke up in time. The instructor does not tolerate excuses. We both know what she thinks of your gift too. Why does everyone call attention to my gift? Everyone has a gift, so what's the problem? It's different, Raylene. Even here, we like privacy. What about you then? Do you ever get worried that I could be watching Yeti at any given moment? She can't help but let out a laugh at that. You're my friend. I trust you not to. But I'd love to see you naked. But I'd love to see you naked. I can't help to say it under my breath. What did you just say, Raylene? Nothing at all. I'm pretty sure you said something, but that isn't the point. Kira doesn't like to be watched, or the idea of being watched. What makes you say that? You have been here long enough to see her paranoia. It's true, she seems to always be looking over her shoulder. I guess it's normal behaviour for her though. I will not talk of you fussing in your sleep. She's paranoid enough already. I appreciate it, Gwen. Friends look after each other, Raylene. Excuse me now, I will not be training. More paperwork to do. I will see you later, Raylene. Until next time, Gwen. Each garrison needs a bookkeeper. someone to keep track of records, supplies, and other essentials needed for maintaining a proper function. That's where Gwen comes in. She comes from a more scholarly background compared to the other novices. She's trained to do other duties too. She also happens to be Kira's favourite since she's willing to deal with paper. Kira hates paper. Anyway, I better get back to training before Kira decides I'm on cleaning duty. ... And here we go. It's another bright and scorching day. I can tell that we're going to be working hard. Kira especially likes working with us to the bone during summer. I can understand the logic behind it, but I can't say that I enjoy these days. Kira couldn't be happier about it though. Look alive, novices. It's a beautiful day for training. There's nothing like working under a sweat underneath the blazing sun. Excuse me guys for a minute. Now then, you'd better get to work. If I'm not seeing sweat by the end of this exercise, you're going to be training until dusk. There's no doubt she'll see it. We're training in full armour today. We're practically being cooked alive. That made no sense, but whatever. But there's no escaping it. We just grit our teeth and bear with it. Kira does not believe in mercy when it comes to training. As she wanders off, I try to focus on my training. I shouldn't lose my focus. I should stop my mind from slipping away from me and try to focus on my training. Though I know it will wander off eventually, at least get some training in. I'll become stronger, at least if I concentrate a bit. At least I can see the Empress's palace from here. Back in my homelands, the most impressive building was the communal hall. We could fit 1,000 communal halls inside that castle, maybe tens of thousands. Adrena, our proud empress, rules from that castle too. Adrena, the same music so many people sing in praise of this capital. I've tried to do some fasting inside the place before, but I'm not able to form a clear vision of what's inside there. Something about the castle stops me from being able to fast see. Maybe the councilmen don't like others prying into their affairs. Better get back to training before Kira calls me out on daydreaming. Fortunately, her attention is focused elsewhere. You there, novice. Yes, instructor? Show me your striking. The novice gives her best shot on training dummy, creating an audible thud. Not bad, you'll need to work on it. Yes, instructor. Leaving behind the novice, Kira begins to look out more people in the chat. Fortunately, I get back to striking my target before she looks at me. I do get tired of striking these wooden dolls every day. I wish I had a more dynamic opponent to fight, rather than one that sits there and just takes your hits. But again, we're novices. We don't get to see actual combat for years. As I strike the dummy in the shoulder, a thunderous yell is directed at me. Raylene, do you call that striking? Put more strength into it. Those things out there will be merciless. You must not hesitate to fight with every last bit of your strength. I wish that they would show me these creatures instead of merely lecturing me on how dangerous they are. Every single time is the same rant as before, but I just have to do my best to bear with it. For the sake of my own old homelands and my mother, wherever she may be right now. Switching hands, I take my wooden mace and slam it into the dummy's head. To much delight, I hear the sound of cracking wood as the blow sinks into its head. How about that, instructor? Now that's more like it, Raylene. When you eventually get to the walls, I want to see you crack some skulls just like that. Come on now, you can tell me when you've only had one good strike in you. Show me another strike. I let loose another attack, this time aimed for the dummy's shoulder. To my disappointment, it does nothing to the dummy. That wasn't what I was hoping for. Oh well, that's why you were training. You were going to need more than one good fight and a hit. So keep practicing your striking. We will make a fine warrior out of you yet. If we can curb your fast-seeing habit, even better. My instructor fully knows what I tend to get up to in my spare time. Having the gift of fast-seeing makes everyone suspicious of you. It's not fair. It's not my fault that I enjoy seeing people in intimate moments. Stop accusing me of things I may not have done. So you're admitting it, you may have been peeking somewhere where you aren't supposed to again. Looks like she caught me out of there. I really need to shut my mouth. Sounds like you are wanting to push the boulder today. She always threatens us with the boulder, but yet I've never seen anyone actually do it. From what I've heard, the boulder is the worst punishment you can get. The novice who is punished in that way has to push a hard boulder up and down the hill for an entire day. It's so infamous among the knights of the capital that pushing the ball has become a phase for anyone saying serve punishment. I'm not worried at all. She always threatens it, but it seems like it never happens. So standing there with that look on your face, do you really think I won't do it? I don't think she would, but it's a good idea to get back to training anyway. I returned to striking the wooden dummy, which caused Kira to smile in approval. That's more like it. More strength. The harder you hit it now, the stronger you will become later. She turns back to me and to speaking to the other novices. Each and every one of you is important, so you must do your best to train to become strong. Some of you have lost your homes before you came here. You should know what it's like to be helpless before an enemy. So you would understand why you must become strong. To protect those you love. To protect the land you love. And most importantly, to protect the empire you love. The sun reaches its zenith by the time we finish our striking training. I'm practically dying for a drink right now. Anything to wet my parched throat. Despite our suffering, Kira seems to glow with pride. Good work today, novices. I don't think I saw a single one of you who wasn't sweating. Since you've done all so well, I'm allowing you to take the rest of the day off. Just remember not to do anything stupid. I think anyone's too afraid of Kira to risk her wrath. No other garrison in the city is more dominating and destructive than her. As such, this one particular is known for being the most shining example of discipline. Before I leave, Kira flashes a terrifying look back at me. It's obviously she's telling me she doesn't want me to do any fasting. I don't even know what else there is to do in my spare time though. We rarely get any time off to go outside the barracks. This is my life now. Day after day in the same courtyard, waiting for it eventually to become a night. I never get any time to myself. I didn't used to be this way, but things changed as they always do. The world has become a very dark place in the last century. As bleak as it looks now, none of us are willing to give up, especially not now. As I leave, the novice from before quickly passes by me. Just go back to barracks. I don't really have any reason to speak to her. I think I'll just head back to the barracks. ... Well, I think this is a good time to end the episode. If you'd like to see more, leave a like, a comment, and maybe subscribe if you really want to. It'd help us out a lot. And we'll see you in the next episode of Sakura Fantasy. Peace